What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Biff Tannen figure. Now this is of course based on Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. Now I'm hearing that the actual look of him is actually from the original one, the first one, but they're actually basing it on Part 2 as well. It's like a mixture, I believe, because of some of the accessories that he does have. Now like I said before, I did get to see Back to the Future Part 2 in the theaters, like back in 1989. I remember going to see that. And that is one of the films that have pulled me inside the science fiction genre. You know, that's when I really became a fan of the science fiction genre, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. Oh yeah, and I also have like the other two versions too, right here, you know. The Ultimate Marty McFly from the first one and the Ultimate Marty McFly from Part 2. Now I actually got all my figures off the NECA store too, from like eBay, the NECA eBay store. That's actually where I actually had ordered all my Back to the Future figures from, you know. But I think these are like in Target too, and Walmart too, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, as you can see, this is the box art for the figure, which I think is cool. It's like an image of the sports almanac that Biff has, you know, so I think that's kind of cool. Down the side it does say Ultimate Biff Tannen. And on the back, of course, you can see like the figure to itself. It shows like the other figures like in the line too as well. Now this also says it has the same scripture as the other ones. Marty McFly and Doc Brown experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off a time-shifting chain reaction that disrupts the time-space continuum. Now it also says that it includes an almanac encase, car repair invoice, enchantment under the sea dance flyer, and interchangeable head and hands. And of course when you open it, you can set the figure on the inside too as well with the accessories. I like this image right here too of Biff, and that's cool. See, I'll just open this on up. Now this is the background diorama that comes with the figure. Alright. Okay, as you can see, there's the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Biff figure. So I'm going to do is actually measure him. And he's about 8 inches too. Yeah, he's like just over 8 inches on a stand. Oh yeah, I must admit, I did have some trouble getting him to stand too as well. I actually had to put him on a stand to get him to stand, you know. He doesn't seem to stand pretty good. I even had to bend his knees. As you can see, he has like this tilt in him. Because the way his feet are designed, you can see, you know, he's like on these like ball joints. So it kind of makes him kind of hard to stand. Now you can actually rotate the feet and stuff, you know. But I guess I'll talk about the actual articulation and the likeness to Thomas F. Wilson on this figure. Now I do believe this is a pretty good likeness, you know. I've been hearing complaints about the figure, you know. But I think they did a pretty good job on this, you know. I think the likeness is solid. This probably is the best of the three too, far as likenesses go to the actual actors, you know. I like the look of like Biff's like jacket. I think this is kind of cool, you know. You can kind of open it somewhat. See like the shirt. Even the zipper is done very well. So I think NECA did a good job on like the sculpting of like the pants and so on and everything, like the jacket, like the wrinkles. Like I say, his shoes are kind of, you know, well, his feet, you know, because he has like these ball joints, so it kind of makes him hard to stand, you know. So you probably definitely need like a stand, you know. Now his arms do go up like that. He does have a bend at the elbow. He seems kind of tight, but he's okay, you know. Head can turn, you know. He can look up. He can look down, you know. Hand can rotate. He has a bend at the knee. So if anything, it looks like he just has a little trouble standing, you know. See, like I say, you actually got to put him just right. It looks like I really do have to have a stand to get him to stand, you know. I want him ready to stand because the way they design like his feet, you know. What I want to do is talk about the accessories that come with the Ultimate Biff Tannen. This right here is the actual almanac, as you can see. Now this is done very well. Like the detail in that, you know. I think they did a good job on this. Then next, Biff also has these accessories too as well. He has like this Western Autos like receipt. Then he also has like this this fire for like the dance, you know. So he has those three like items like that. Then he also has like this safe, which I think looks pretty cool, you know, because he even has like a like the chain thing on it. But I bet that can break off if you're not careful, you know. But it actually just opens, so as you can see. Then you can see the Ooh La La like magazine on the inside. That looks kind of cool. But you can't take it out, you know. So then what you also can do is take like the almanac and like the I guess just the almanac, and just put it inside, so you can't put that inside, you know, like the almanac itself. And then you can just like close it up. So I think that's kind of cool, you know. But I bet that can break if you're not careful, you know. And up next, Biff also has this alternate head, which I probably use sometimes, you know. Still be there's too much light in there. It looks good though. I think the likeness to Thomas F. Wilson is pretty good, you know. They did a good job with the sculpt, but I know I've been hearing complaints about it, you know. Then Biff has three alternate hands. He has like two fists, like a left and right fist, you know. Then he has like this fist right here, I think, which for like gripping like the almanac or the flyers, you know. You can tell it's like a gripping hand. Now what I want to do is actually compare Biff to the Ultimate Marty McFly figure right here, which I have. Now, like I said, this one actually stands pretty well. Now, I do have him on the stand, but he would have been taller than Marty, like anyway, you know. Then I also have the Ultimate Part 2 of Marty McFly 2 as well. Now, I think these are some awesome figures too, you know, but you can definitely see like the size difference between Biff and Marty, how much taller he is, and like Marty, you know. Even though I know I can take him off the stand and he would still be like much taller, you know. And then I also have the Back to the Future DeLorean back here too as well. Of course, you know, it's not within scale on, you know, but I do have this too as well. Okay, there's my review for the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Biff Tannen figure. Now I think this is a pretty good figure, you know. If anything, you probably would definitely need a stand to actually get him to stand, you know. Now some people probably can't position his feet or legs just right to get him to stand, you know, but I think, you know, it would be good if you had like a stand to actually have him to stand, you know. But I think it's an awesome figure, and I know it's like a mixture of like Part 1 and Part 2 Biff, you know, being that he has like accessories that were only on Part 2, like the film, you know. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this, and I think the likeness to Thomas F. Wilson, I think it's pretty good. I know I've been hearing like people complaining about it, that they don't think it looks like him, you know, and so. But I think NECA did a pretty good job on, you know. And like I said before, I did get to see Back to the Future Part 2, like in the theaters, like back in 1989. I remember going to see that at the theaters, you know. And like I said, that was a film that kind of pulled me into like the science fiction genre. That's when I became like a fan of like futuristic type stuff and all that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this up, you know. And this is the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Biff Tannen figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe to as well.